know, today, I just woke up and I said, instead of waiting on a good day, waiting around through ups and downs, waiting on something to happen, I just said,
all right, and we are live. Good morning, everybody. This is Moeller&Barber with Pinellas Live, a show for 7 to 10 minutes where we like to celebrate the exceptional life that it is Pinellas, sponsored by the Moeller&Barber Real Estate Team and Coastal Commercial. I'm here with my guest host, Debbie Reese, here today, and we are super excited that we had the opportunity just for a moment to sit down with Chief Vincent. So thanks for being here today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Gulfport.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, so this is great. We're going to talk, he's the Chief of Police of Gulfport. We're going to find out a little bit about him. Maybe he'll spill some personal things that you don't know and some secrets about Gulfport. So we're going to start off with you telling your story and how you got into this. I know we just said you came from Kentucky when you were 4, but so you pretty much have spent your whole life here.
Yep, 40 years now. Been in Pinellas County 40 years. Kentucky boy at heart. My family settled there in the 1700s, and wow, when I go back and visit, I can't even understand what they say. That's amazing. You'll learn how to talk hillbilly. That's what they do there.
And your blood's probably thinned out quite a bit too.
Oh yeah.
Can't stand that cold weather.
So most of my memories are here. Since I was 4 years old, I've been here, and I really can't remember anything other than growing up in Pinellas County. I grew up in Pinellas Park. My dad used to take me to Gulfport Beach when I was a little kid. We'd go down there and I'd play on the what I called the monkey bars at the time. So later on, when I was trying to get a job in law enforcement, I heard that Gulfport was applying. I remembered those days and thought, I remember where Gulfport. And I went down and on my lunch break from the police academy and met with one of the lieutenants here, and everything fell into place.
So this is the only police department that you've been with then, right?
Yeah, originally I was going to go in the Army. That was my plan. I lost both of my parents at age 14, which was a pretty tragic event for me.
That's very tragic.
It was, and I knew that I was going to have to make it on my own somehow.
Right.
And I thought, well, the easy answer is Army. So I got an Army ROTC scholarship, went to Florida Southern College in Lakeland, and after a year and a half of that, I decided the Army wasn't for me. I didn't want to do the Army. And then I recalled an incident when I was 8 years old. I'm actually a criminal. When I was 8 years old, I was...
Here's the secret.
There it is. All right, we got to it.
We got one secret.
That's my secret. I was scared to death by this Pinellas Park police officer named Pritchard. I can't remember his first name. But anyway, me and 2 other kids broke every single window out of 2 houses that were under construction. And we got caught.
You're a bad kid.
Yeah. And so this officer came and he scared me to death. And I, as a result of that conversation, vowed that I was never going to get in trouble again. And so after I decided the Army wasn't for me and I was trying to think of something to do, I remembered that and I thought, you know what, if I could have that same impact on somebody, anybody, at least one person, then it might be worth it.
Yeah.
So I started looking into the police academy. I put myself through the academy because jobs were kind of scarce at that time.
Okay.
And, it weren't like they were hiring people and sending them to the academy. And it's 40 hours a week, so you can't really have a real job. And it was for 20 weeks.
Right.
So I worked in retail at the time, and I had no time to myself for that whole 20 weeks. But I made it through. And at one point, close to the end of the academy, I heard Gulfport was hiring. Just came down on my lunch break, and I've been here ever since. I love this town. I love this town. This town is... if you haven't been here, you got to come here. There's just so much going on.
People really miss it on the map.
Yes.
I mean, they will travel back and forth between the beaches and downtown St. Peterhead to Clearwater, but they'll never realize the jewel that is Gulfport.
Right.
And Dunedin was the same way. I mean, it's just you just miss it, and you're missing out on 2 great jewels in the county.
Absolutely.
And you have your own beach. I love the Gulfport Casino. Which, do you dance at all? Because on Wednesday nights they have the dances.
It depends
there.
on how much I had to drink, I guess. But not usually.
Yeah.
But so you grew up in Pinellas County. But what makes Gulfport special? What is their unique and special? Something that the other people outside of Gulfport wouldn't know about it.
What I think is most interesting about Gulfport is the incredible diversity. So, on a typical patrol shift, an officer is going to interact with students at one of the state's most prominent law schools. And then minutes later, less than a mile away, is going to be dealing with students who are attending some of the most low-income schools, public schools in Pinellas County. Is going to be dealing with people who are having problems in their $5 million estate on Bocasciega Bay, and then moments later going to be dealing with people who are homeless, living on the bayou back here. And Gulfport was founded by fishermen, and today it has a very huge population of artists, and it is watching these various things meld together and doing so peacefully is amazing to me.
So is that a challenge for your officers?
Oh yeah, and they learn so much. Our cops have some of the best people skills you'll ever see in this profession, because they have so many different, it's not like, so if you work in a larger place, you may have a patrol zone that is very well defined. Most of the people in it.
Right.
Here you're going to have all of that every day.
Right.
And it opens your eyes. It's very good training.
Sure.
And they're all the better for it.
But really, a community really should be diverse, right? I mean, that's what you're saying is,
Yes.
I mean, this is so great because it just has just so many facets, but they're all coming together, working
Yes.
together to make it a great community.
And they all have input. They all
Yeah.
have input into what goes on in this town. I love the size of it. At 13,000 roughly population, it's big enough that we have access to resources we need to do what we need to do. But it's small enough that everybody has input. It's easy to access the decision makers. It's
Yeah, that's good. That
yeah. You
sounds
want
helpful.
something done, you don't have to drive all the way to Largo, for example.
Right.
You're not one of a million. You're one of a much smaller number. So it's easier to impact the people who are making the rules.
Yeah, you get a feel for that when you're in Gulfport at that smaller community. You feel it.
Yes.
But it has everything. I mean, they've got a golf course. They
We do.
they have college, the law school. They have the
beach, the
downtown,
downtown,
the beach.
yeah.
Some of the best restaurants ever.
It is. I mean, really, there are some great
Great
restaurants.
barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to put a plug for anything, but there is. I do have a favorite.
I know where you're going with that.
Yeah. So when I came in, I asked you about this photo that's over your desk of it says Gulfport, Florida. It's all people that are on the beach,
Yes.
and you told me it was an event that goes on yearly on Veterans Day called Vet Sports.
Yeah, Vet Sports is the name of the program, and they are a charity that provides services for wounded veterans. And this is one of their fundraising events. They do it every Veterans Day weekend, and the highlight of it is a volleyball tournament, and the police, fire, and veterans draw the biggest crowds. People want to see us play. Of course, we can't play at all, and we lose every year, but it's a lot of fun.
I bet that's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well, you would think that playing volleyball against people with one leg is going to be easy. No, it's not. Trust me.
So you're losing
Oh,
every
yeah.
year.
Well, we are about 8 minutes into today's 7 to 10 minutes, and it does go by fast.
Okay, it does.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It does. But we've already learned a lot about Chief Vincent today and a lot about Gulfport and those kind of things. But one of the things we always really try to impart upon in our time, Chief, is that everyone that we interview or sit down and talk with or have a connection with is they all have wisdom and things that they've learned in their life, and so we try to take this little bit of show and try and get it out there so it just doesn't stay within one person. So if you have some wisdom for someone today that may be watching this or seeing today or 20 years from now, what wisdom would you impart upon them that may be in your heart today? Or
Well, I would say you need to be involved. You cannot simply ride the wave that others are creating for you in your community. You need to be involved. Find some sort of program, charity, service organization, and get in it. Make it happen. The other thing is don't let adversity in your life get in the way.
Yeah.
If something happens that's bad, get over it. There are bad things that happen to everybody. Focus on your life, focus on your goals, and move on.
That's a great piece of advice from somebody who lost his parents
I was
when
thinking
they were
the
14.
adversity of
yeah.
that
Yeah.
and where you're at today. So I do want to capture one other thing, though, and let's talk about Boy Scouts.
Sure.
So I know you have a passion for the
I
Boy
do.
Scouts, and so maybe a little bit more. We'll run a little bit longer, sorry, but I wanted to just talk about Boy Scouts. So tell us about that.
Well, I think Scouts raised me from the time I was 14 when I lost my parents, and it was an integral part of my upbringing. And now I give back how I can. I serve on the board for the council, the local council. And if a lot of people don't know that Scouts serves a huge variety of people. It's boys and girls, not just boys, all the way from age 7 up to age 21. There are programs that they can get involved in, and not just the kids, the adults as well. They need volunteers at the unit level, the district level, and at the board of directors level. So if you have any time to give back, that's a great program.
Boy Scouts.
I love it.
You heard it here, Boy Scouts. You heard the
And
wisdom.
Girl Scouts. And Girl Scouts. I was Girl Scout.
Girl Scouts. Yeah. Well, that's our time today. Thanks again, Chief. Really appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you.
And we always like to end our show, and Debbie, of course, thanks for being here today and setting this up. But we always like to end our show by telling you guys that we love you, and you heard it directly from the Chief. Go out and get involved. Make today happen, and don't let that adversity get in your way. So,
Love it.
cool. All right. Thanks. See you guys. Hey everybody, it's Robert Barber with the Moeller&Barber Real Estate Team. Hope you really enjoyed the latest episode of Pinellas Live. We just love bringing those Pinellas Live episodes to you guys and celebrating the exceptional life that it is Pinellas. But do me a favor, so you can get notified as quickly as our new episodes come up. Love for you to take a moment and hit the subscribe button right over here. Once you hit the subscribe, you're going to get notified as soon as our newest episodes are up. Also, here's some suggested videos that you may enjoy that are going to pop up over here. At the same time, comments. We live off of comments. Go down to the comments, check it out, see what other people are talking about. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought. We want to hear those stories from you guys, and we respond to all the comments and questions. So go now, hit the comments. Most of all, subscribe. Take care, guys. We love you.